Times front page for Thursday, April 20th, 2023. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. The governors of Arkansas and Utah have signed legislation restricting children's social media usage that requires age verification and parental consent. Ryan Lovelace reports Arkansas's law bars social media companies from providing accounts to users younger than 18 without parental consent and age verification. It directs social media companies to use third-party vendors to determine children's ages. The vendors are responsible for checking government IDs for the children, such as driver's licenses. The law may exempt some technology products that are popular with children, such as YouTube. The law also says media companies that offer subscription content where the primary purpose is not social interaction are not subject to the restrictions. The Computer and Communications Industry Association, a nonprofit whose members include Amazon, Apple, and Google, opposes the state restrictions. Military reporter Mike Glenn looks into the backgrounds of those who've leaked government secrets, the most recent being Massachusetts National Guard Airman Jack Teixeira. Each had a connection to the military or an intelligence agency and access to top-secret information because of their job. That's where the similarities appear to end. Analysts say the rupture this time appears not to be ideological, but generational. Hundreds of leaked Pentagon secrets were posted in the restricted private Discord chat room that Teixeira moderated for months before they were transferred and then given wide distribution on the platform. Modern technologies allow for greater communication than at any other time in history. That raises an important question when the military is part of the equation. Those close to Donald Trump's 2024 campaign say his team is moving aggressively to diminish Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and crush his undeclared candidacy for the Republican presidential nomination. A Republican Party strategist with close ties to the Trump campaign told our Susan Ferricchio that they want to freeze DeSantis out of the race. Trump campaign aides are promoting the former president's high poll numbers and his cascade of endorsements. The Trump team is rattled by DeSantis, who's been on a shadow campaign blitz and book tour for weeks after his double-digit re-election win as governor in November. You can read all of these stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page. You can also find the entire lineup of Washington Times podcasts at WashingtonTimes.com/podcasts. Two Republicans on the House Oversight and Accountability Committee claim the Biden family profited from a human trafficking scheme. Kerry Pickett reports Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene and South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace say they viewed bank documents at the Treasury Department that contain evidence of a web of Biden family foreign business deals, including human trafficking rings. The committee is investigating whether President Biden participated in or knew about his family's foreign business deals. The panel is going through Treasury Department suspicious activity reports that banks have generated. And finally, the idea that parents who don't support their child's gender transition need to be pushed aside is gaining steam in Democratic-led state legislatures. Valerie Richardson reports a bill on the desk of Washington Democratic Governor Jay Inslee would allow youth shelters and host homes to conceal from parents the whereabouts of runaway children who request or receive protected health care services. The state senator who sponsored the bill said shelter personnel would be required to notify the Department of Children, Youth, and Families in lieu of parents. The bill drew enormous opposition from parents, including some LGBTQ parents, at a February 6th public hearing. Find all today's front page stories at WashingtonTimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Washington Times in any major podcast app. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at WashTimes for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George